What's up, everybody? I'm BJJ Black Belt Professor Mikhail Abdullah from Aces Jiu Jitsu Club, and today I'm going to show you the 5 ways to be more confident in your roles. Let's get started. You might be asking, why does confidence in my roles even matter? Or maybe it'll just naturally come as I get better and tap more people out. And I think that there are some problems with that. You really want to focus on improving your confidence purposefully inside of your roles for a few reasons. For one, operating inside of a place of fear while you are rolling, it stagnates people's game. And yeah, sure, people can still progress, but they progress in a really interesting and linear way instead of developing a fully rounded game. Because it's hard to be purposefully creative when you're constantly under the pressure of failure and fear. So it's important to develop that confidence in an intelligent way to be able to progress and move forward. Another important reason for why you want to make sure that you improve your confidence is because veteran players, when they smell blood in the water, it is dangerous for your game, right? They don't respect your moves, they don't believe your moves, and they'll push back at times that can be unpredictable and problematic. Real quick, don't forget to click the button to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get access to all of our new videos as they come out, as we help you become a black belt. That being said, here's number 1. Have a plan. And this is ridiculously important, and I know it seems really subtle and everybody thinks they have a plan, but to create a purposeful, well thought out, structured plan in your game is extremely important to have a purposeful game. As I see most people in jiu-jitsu going through their jiu-jitsu journey, I'm noticing that a lot of those people, when they have roles, they don't even know what they did, right? And a lot of times that's because nothing was on purpose. They were just being a reactionary the entire time. They weren't creating their environment. They were just being a voyeur inside of this other person's role. And I get why that can be difficult for some people, and I get why it can be difficult at first, right? But having a plan, which is not just knowing what techniques you're going after, it is knowing where that technique breaks down, not just because of the technique, but because of you, right? So that you can reinforce it and create a plan B, let's say, at the place on where your technique breaks down is a huge and very important thought experiment that will move your jiu-jitsu way farther than a lot of other tips that anyone can give you inside of your roles and getting confidence, right? I wanted to start with a banger, right? This one is extremely important. So it's not just to have a kind of idea or goal of the submission you want to hit. It is to have a plan A and a plan B in each position so that you can really purposefully create the environment. And every time you run into an obstacle, it's just a small detour and then back onto your plan. That is tip number 1, and honestly, that's one of the strongest tips. But I think you're gonna love the rest. Let's get started with tip number 2. Number 2, have a plan B. Now, I was gonna make a plan B joke, but nope. Okay, no plan B joke. Number 2, listen, if you have a plan A, we talked previously about having a plan in each position. A plan A and a plan B. And I can't punctuate this enough. When I tell people to have a plan, they have a plan A, and that's what they have. I'm gonna go do this thing, but they don't really focus on identifying where that technique breaks down. And every technique has a point at which you can create a milestone and a save point, right? You are reinforced, you are in a structured, safe place for you to halter for just a moment. And that is also, incidentally, right before that or right after that is a place where somebody else can attack you, right? So it becomes really important for you to have a plan B inside of those positions so that you can safely and quickly and efficiently move into another smart attack and then move back into your plan A. So you can go A, B, A, B, A, B, B, A, right? And in this sense, you can also focus on higher level thought because the actual physical moves are largely happening on autopilot because it's your playbook that you have worked specifically for you. Make sure you have a plan B, but where does that plan B go is exactly what I just said. It's at the position where your plan A's break down. Sometimes I tell people this and then they're like, they start fainting and like doing all these extra movements and stuff like that. And I'm here to tell you that's a waste, right? That's one of the first things I cut out when I coach people and do private sessions, right? All this, crazy movement. If there was no reason to move, then don't move. If I could beat you like that and blink and then you just explode, right? Then I would do that, right? So get rid of the extra movements, add your plan B. Number 3, right? This one is really difficult for some people because once you create a plan and you have an A and a B in multiple different positions, then people invariably decide I should add a C because I know so many things. And I really advocate against that because having an A and a B, you can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. A, B, 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 A, B, A, right? And you have a really tight, succinct game. As soon as you add the letter C, right? You create all these different permutations. You have A, B, A, C, and while you might think, look how complicated I'm being, right? You will also find, look how slow I'm becoming. Look how many new opportunities to make mistakes I am having. I think unless you are a high-level brown or black belt, C's, stay away from them. And even black belts and brown belts, plan C's, they really create some issues because you'll start running from things because you have a plan C that you didn't have to run from, right? You're like letting the pressure off of yourself instead of keeping yourself in the pressure. So again, stay away from C. Number 4, take detours, not side quests. And this one should be super easy in concept, in theory. It's a little more difficult in practice. When someone throws something at you that you didn't anticipate or you didn't account for, right, it becomes important for you to not just run away and turn addressing that into your new game, right? And that happens to people who don't have like that resiliency about their plan, that stick-with-itness about their plan. And as soon as they see something they didn't anticipate, they completely let go of their plan and everything falls apart, and that lack of experience and intestinal fortitude, that toughness, is then becomes super apparent. The thing to think about is to train yourself mentally and emotionally to just address something inside of its little vacuum and then jump right back onto your plan, right? So that you're less shakeable, right? Less mess-withable, right? And you'll notice a lot of upper belts, if I think you're making these right decisions, I can kind of throw something into your gears to throw less resilient people off of their own game and then to create a disruption and start my own game, right? And I think that it's important for you to be aware of that. And the best way to be aware of that is not to react to me, but to deal with it and then jump right back on. Number 5, all of this only matters if you are training, which means make sure you're having fun. When you're in this position, especially when you are a newer player, you're like, oh man, I don't know anything. That's just like stinking thinking. Of course you don't. You are new at this, right? So it doesn't serve you to even say those things, right? It serves you to just do the things that you do know and collect data on them, and they will naturally become tighter. That is part of your training. And for higher belts, sometimes people get high on their own supply. They start to drink their own Kool-Aid, and they're like, I should never get tapped, and these things never happen. And that puts you in a position of fear and anxiety instead of enjoying your roles like you always have. And if you do get caught with something, then you'll do that thing that you have always done in order to get to this position that you're at, which is you'll figure it out, right? And then you will grow and develop from that. And I think that the only way to do that, the best way, I'd rather say, to do that is for you to remember to enjoy yourself, all right? To enjoy the game of jiu-jitsu, enjoy the personal development of jiu-jitsu, and strangle your friends. This has been 5 quick tips on how you can increase your confidence in jiu-jitsu, on the mats, in your game. If you think that I missed one, let me know in the comment section below. What thing helps you have the most confidence inside of your game as you roll and develop yourself? I can't punctuate how important this is, and I also can't punctuate how important it is to click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can let us know what videos you appreciate the most and which ones you'd like us to make more of so that we can help you on your process to become a black belt. Keep training, keep growing. Os.
Hey everybody, if you like those videos, you're gonna love, bing, these. And if you've already gone ahead and liked and subscribed and clicked that notification bell, go ahead and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks a lot, see you on the other side.